Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here for episode number 3 of Curtis Speaks. And in today's video, we're talking about my top 5 favorite video games. That is right, this is something that gets brought up relatively often in videos. And you might have seen it a couple months ago when Case and I did our podcast. But I figure it's always a good time to revisit it. Every once in a while, we get to talk about what some of my favorite games are. And right now, on this piece of paper, I have my top 5 favorite games. So we're going to go with number 5. That is Pokemon Platinum. Now, Pokemon Platinum and Pokemon Black 2 were both very high up on my list. And the reason that I picked Platinum to go number 5 is just because Pokemon Platinum was such a good game. I didn't really get to play through Diamond and Pearl, but I know that they were obviously good games because Platinum is basically a upgraded version of it. So, Pokemon Platinum was just such a good game. It's the Pokemon game that I have the most playtime on, and just post-game there's so much to do. You play the regular game and there's so much, and then post-game, I feel there's just so many things that you can do that it's not as boring as some other more recent games that post-game was kind of lacking. As in Sun and Moon, or even Black 2, White 2, there really wasn't that much. You went on a couple more routes, but... No, not Black 2, White 2. Black and White, there wasn't that much. You could go to like that Black City, White Forest, I believe it was called. I don't know. I think it was something like that. But there wasn't as much to do, I feel like, in that game. Now, coming in, number 4 is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Now, Pokemon Sapphire was the first Pokemon game that I played. And I didn't get to play through the entire thing because the battery died inside the game. Yeah. So I didn't get to play through all of that game. But it just still had a special place to me, and I feel like 3rd gen in general does. And Hoenn just being my favorite region, that's pretty cool that the remake was just so good. Some people don't really think that the remakes were that good, but I think that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were really good remakes. And I really enjoyed playing through Alpha Sapphire. And I had so much fun playing the game from 2014 to 2016. Obviously from when it came out to Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's when I played it. I think Alpha Sapphire was an improvement from 3rd gen, which was already a well-done generation. I think that they just improved it, made it better. And I think what we got was a very, very good game. Coming in at number 3 is GTA 5. Now, most of GTA Online is what I'm considering GTA 5 because it's one game. I had so much fun playing GTA Online back before they started getting into the similar updates. Yeah. Before those updates, Case and I had so much fun playing GTA 5. And even before an Xbox, Case and I, we played with other people. We had a bunch of people that we played with. Some people were better to play with than others. But we had a lot of fun times in 2014, 2015 playing on Xbox. And also 2015 when I got GTA on the PlayStation 4. I didn't really play that much because everybody was still playing on Xbox. But GTA used to be really, really fun to play, and that's why it's on my list here. It used to be number 2, but the number 1 game sort of moved it down. Yeah, but I don't know, it was really fun. We used to do some crazy stuff. It was fun to make videos of before too, but now everything just got to be so repetitive in the same DLC that it isn't really that fun to get hyped about a DLC. We used to get super hyped about DLCs, and now it just got ruined. And I think watching videos like people like Mr. Boss and Dad Saints Fan, who are kind of annoying people, impacted it. Now, we watched them when they weren't super annoying, and I feel like the speculation in those videos kind of ruined the hype of the DLCs for us. Because they're like, oh, this DLC is going to have all this in it. Well, here you go. And then we're just like, nope. So I feel like the DLC sort of got played before we got to play it. Because we already knew what was coming in it, so it wasn't as fun. Where other games that have updates, like, say, Overwatch has its updates, where you know what's coming, but you have to play to earn it. Where I feel like GTA, they price everything so high that if you don't just buy it, you can't really do it. Where Overwatch, you have a month of an update. Almost a month, basically. Like, the Summer Games was the most recent update. That was a event. And in the Summer Games event, basically they're like, oh, here's these skins, they're coming out. Here's what a couple of them look like. But you still had to play to earn the loot boxes to get it. I mean, you could buy loot boxes like I did. But a lot of the times you had to still play to earn some of the items in it that you maybe didn't get from your pulls of the loot box. So, I don't know, Overwatch has been more fun in that sense. But back to GTA, I feel like once they did that DLC where you could get the offices and do those missions, like that first one was super cool. It's like, oh wow, look, it's something new to do. And then they made the biker DLC, which is the same thing. Basically, you gotta buy your building, buy a warehouse, do missions, fill up your building, sell your stuff, make your money, do it all over again. And then they did it again with back in the city. You had to buy another building to put cars in. Go to your office, get the cars, bring it back. And then they did that same update again, where you had to go and I don't even remember what the next one was. Oh, that was the one with the bunkers. You had to go find the guns for the gun running DLC, which was super exciting. And then in between there, they had like 2 race updates where you had to race different cars. Like, really? Actually, it all started with the yachts and the VIP. Because then after you became a VIP, then they're like, oh shit, this update you can make a CEO. And then all of it just went from there. So basically, ever since yachts have been out, GTA hasn't been as fun. Up at number 2, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Mario Galaxy 2 was my favorite video game from 2010 to 2017. And that game is more of a throwback game for me than any of those other games. I played Pokemon Platinum, I guess, around the same time. But, I don't know, I played Pokemon Platinum up until a couple years ago. Where Super Mario Galaxy 2 I played in 2010, and that was it. GTA I've still been playing since 2014. The number 1 game on the list I've been playing since I got it. But that's the thing, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire I played for 2 years. Where Super Mario Galaxy 2 was super hype for me. Nintendo games, Mario games used to be my favorite back in the day. And when that game came out, I remember being in school. I don't remember, what was it, 2010? So it was in like 4th grade, 5th grade, something like that. And I remember being so hyped for that game. I remember, because we used to have to like sit in my class. My school was really weird. We used to sit around on the floor in the morning and everybody talk about shit. And I just remember that day not caring. Not like I really ever cared, but that day I just remember sitting there thinking, it's only a couple hours and I'm going to play Mario Galaxy. And I was the whole day super hyped about it. Then my mom came pick me up from school, because you could either get picked up from school or go on the bus, as you mostly can at schools. But I used to get picked up by my mom because she would go to work, pick me up, because I didn't want to go on the bus. I don't even know if the bus went to my house. I don't know. But either way, I never wanted to go on the bus, okay? And I remember she came, got me, and we had to go to the store. I don't remember if we went to GameStop or Target. I don't remember which one we went to. But I remember we went to the store, bought the game. And this is when I used to get super hyped about things. Like, I'll be in the car, take this as an example, game, and I would just hold the game case and just look at it and like read the back like 10 times. and then I'd like look at the game case again, and then like I would just be so hyped about it. Where now I get a game, like say I get Overwatch, I'm like, oh dope, it's in the bag. I get home and I go play the game. But I used to be so hyped, like look at the case, and that was the same like even when I used to do Beyblade videos. Those videos, unboxing videos, were a lot harder than you thought they were to make. So I used to be so hyped to open them up. Anyways, back to Mario Galaxy. I just remember coming home, and that's when games didn't have to download to your system like they do now. So you could just put the disc in and play, where now you gotta wait for it to download to your system, which, I don't know, kind of takes away from the fun of the game a little bit, because you gotta, like, wait for it. Kind of annoying. But I was so excited. Put that disc in there, and I remember sitting on the couch in my living room, okay, for, like, the entire day once I got home. And I just played it and played it and played it, played it. I just did not stop playing that game, because it was just so good. It's definitely one of my favorite games ever. Coming in at number 1 is the game that I just showed you. Overwatch. Overwatch in the past, what is it, 6 months, 7 months that I've had it, has been so much fun to play. Just everything about it. And I really like how much you can get into knowing about characters in the game. Like, the way they made the game really leaves it open. And a lot of people say, oh, we should have a story mode for Overwatch. And as it would be cool, I'd rather have them do like a show, like an anime or a movie of it. I think that would be a lot cooler. But what's cool about it is if you want to know about a character, the community makes up stuff about the character, which then becomes part of the game. Like memes and stuff. You know? Like, not even a joke, a lot of the memes becomes part of the story. Or like stuff about the character a little bit. And I think that's pretty cool. And the story of the game is always changing. They introduce more characters which change the story or add to the story. Like they added in Orisa and Doomfist, which that added in like another element of the story. Now obviously the knowing about Doomfist and what the fist was, people knew about it, but having Orisa and then having Doomfist really added to the story that was just slightly there. And it really just opens up for a lot of interesting stuff in that way. And then to the gameplay, it's just so much fun when your team doesn't suck ass. So the game isn't really that fun for me. No, but I don't know, I just have fun playing. We go to play quick play, which is okay. Sometimes if you want to casually play the game and I really have to worry about losing points or trying super hard, if you want to try out something new, quick play is right there for you. Or if you really want to get into it and try to go for wins and points and stuff, competitive. And I love playing competitive. Now I got up to 1894 for SR last season, so I almost got to gold, but I literally was the best on my team every time I played. In case it was like right there with me. And every other person on our team in the last 2 weeks of season 5 just did not care. And we lost like 800 SR. No joke. I finished at like 11,000. Because like every person I played with just for like 2 weeks did not try. And Case and I out here were gold and silver for like everything on the team. And then everybody else is just like chilling. Like we got 2 like competitive wins in like that time. In season 5. But competitive in general just is fun to play. Because most of the time, especially for the early months, that's why they've made season 6 shorter to 2 months. People really just try more in competitive, try to like push the payload, take the points, all that stuff. And it's just really fun to play a game that people are trying in and trying to get wins. And then there's the arcade mode, which is interesting because they always add in new stuff. Like in the summer games, there was Lucio Ball, just like last year. That was fun to play. I like doing the 3v3 lockout eliminations. Those are always interesting. I know Casey likes Total Mayhem, which is interesting as well because it really adds to the game, making all the characters a little bit harder to kill and a little bit more crazy because everybody has their ultimate charge so fast. and that's always fun. And there's just a lot of cool stuff that Overwatch has, and it's been so much fun to play in the past 6 months, 7 months. That is why it is my number 1 game. So to recap the list, number 5 is Pokemon Platinum, number 4 is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, number 3 is GTA 5, number 2 is Super Mario Galaxy 2, and number 1 is Overwatch. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.